Foaming at the mouth, baby. I salute, goddamn, I salute, yeah, I salute, yeah. Oh, you salute, bro? What game? Them trap niggas, them rap niggas, them block niggas. Damn, so what that?
Gonna play phone, baby. What it do?
I salute, goddamn, I salute, yeah, I salute, yeah. Oh, you salute, bro? What game? Them trap niggas, them rap.
Saying and know what we bout. It's young raw niggas live when we foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, I know we rockin' with, man. F.A.M.E. DV fucking D, nigga.
Wait, that shit
Get
go
with it,
hard,
get the shit smacked out.
It is Big Money Black Boy Rello in here foaming out the mouth. F.A.M.E. DVD out in your mouth. We gonna keep him foaming out the mouth, you feel me?
And if you stop getting fucked up, then you need to start watching this right here, because it's like rehab, but it's better than rehab, because you're going to relapse and go back and do what you're supposed to do, which is foam at the mouth. F.A.M.E. DVD, my man, definitely big shouts out to Khalil, a.k.a. Steven Seagal, definitely going down.
My brother.
Real major things going on in Trey Fo. My man is like, you know, Steven Spielberg, the hood version. So, you know, it's a lot going on, man. You know, F.A.M.E. DVD, foaming at the mouth, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave you foaming at the mouth, because that's when you want more. They all want that fame, or you willing to pay the price for the fame.
Good, it's your boy Dre One Word, chilling here with Khalil, foaming at the mouth. Let's do it.
Studios, and to our left is our brother Waleed Peace. What's good, brother?
What up, brother? We out here with Rello. You already know, man.
Man, Black Boy.
Yo, you know what? The Trey Fo is crazy. It's real. Been waiting a long time for this right here, but y'all about to see what's about to happen with the song Killing Them. Amongst Eddie, many more projects is coming your way. It's about to be crazy.
So how did, I mean, we know P Wonder's getting it in other records,
Right,
man. You've been working with P for a minute.
Of course.
How did you and the Rello collab come about?
Rello actually hit me up. You know, I believe it was either the Twitter or the email, or we got on passing. And bro, I just, you know, linked up with him and Wonder did a joint. I felt the vibe. I liked the whole movement. We started building on different things. And before you know it, you know what I'm saying, it's just how I go down. Next thing you know, it's on. Revolution. Pow, pow. Revolution.
Bang, two gang.
That's what I do. Yo, Peace, this is Khalil, foaming at the mouth, and I'm honored, man. Listen, we got my brother Waleed from Greensboro, but he is from Trey Fo, man. Thank you for coming to the show.
Definitely rep the Trey Fo, Greensboro, High Point, the Middle East, you know, all the way to Beirut. It's really real.
Listen, man, I'm so excited. Tonight you were with your radio station. You guys were stuffing the bus. How'd that
Shout
go?
out to Tap Money, you know, rubbing on the bus. Burlington, High Point, Winston, you know, Toys for Tots tomorrow in Greensboro. It's a good look to always give back to the community, man. Make sure that everybody has a Christmas, you know, no matter what denomination or religion. Christmas is a season of giving, and when you wake up on that Sunday morning or that Saturday morning or whatever morning Christmas is on this year, Monday morning I believe it is, you want the kids gotta have a Christmas, man. They gotta feel good. They gotta be like their friends. So, you know, that's something that's really important, that you gotta give back to the community. Ain't no way in the world we've been having all these blessings you can't give back.
So I hear you say that, like you're in a position that most people would think is a lot of play, but I know you on the grind. Like they see you meeting Waka Flocka, Lil Wayne. You killed it on the 2 Chainz. Big up the 2 Chainz, Big Nana. You killed that. So tell people or the artists that just tell them what kind of work goes into what you do.
That's all it is. It's work. It's you living a lifetime fantasy. You know, you dream about it. You wake up. You watch your MTV Raps. You read Source magazine for those that's older. You know, Biggie said Word Up magazine. It's like, you know, growing up, this is what I always wanted to do. You know, I heard my first NWA record, smoked my first joint when I was 11 years old, and my life, you know, definitely took a different route. And you know, hip hop music, in a way, really saved me, because, you know, hip hop preaches a lot of different things, and we get caught up in the lifestyle, the streets, whatever. And it was, you know, it's work, it's profession, it's a business. You know, you gotta protocol, certain things you have to do, and it's not toting guns and smoking weed all day long and doing different things. It's different elements in the street world, but when you come to hip-hop music and you get up in these certain buildings in New York and you see how the execs play it, it's a different world. So between radio, between the music business, between management, between everything we do and everything I've been blessed to be a part of, it's non-stop, and it's a lot of protocol, such as there is in any business. You know, there's managers of McDonald's, there's the general manager of McDonald's, and there's the owner of McDonald's. You know, and there's different steps you have to take. You know, you start out on the fries, you might have cooked a little bit, and then, you know, before you know it, you figured the game out, bought 2, 3 of them, and now you on your way. But if you never knew how to drop the fries, and you never knew how to take the orders, and never knew how to balance the cash register, you're never gonna go nowhere. So, and the same thing with the music business. You know, you gotta be there on time. You gotta look a certain way. You gotta be ready. You gotta be focused, and then you gotta also understand anything can happen. So plan for the unexpected, because you could be anywhere and anything can happen. You just gotta make the best of it. And you gotta move on to the next.
I mean, that's powerful, because we have some people out here that assume because they're cool with you, or they may know you with Tap Money or something, that they can just bring their CD up there and get it on the radio. Would you tell them that, kind of explain, you kind of got it onto that this is a business?
It's a business, but more than anything, man, the radio always gonna follow the streets. And there's always got to be a campaign. Barack Obama started his campaign in Iowa, you know, and honestly, he went to the place where he was the weakest. Place 2-3% black folks, 97% white, and won those states. So the same thing if you're in the streets, if you're in your hood and you're in a place such as a Trefo or Greensboro or whatever, you have to convince, you have to make sure that your music is popping, so the females, the hood, everybody, suburbans, kids that work at UPS, college kids, all screaming your name. How do you figure that out? Because we in the business of playing the hottest records, the hits. So how do you make your song become a hit is what you have to figure out. You know, you could bring a CD all day long to every radio station. I've done it. You know, which is crazy because I'm on air, but I also got a record label. So I done sat outside of Hot 97. I done sat outside of 99 Jamz before I could get in those buildings. I done been there 2001, 2002, going to California, not no plan. Just saying, you know what, I got my CD and I'm going to go do this. But it took me 6, 7, 8, 9 years to figure things out, get certain relationships. You got to figure it out. It's a Rubik's Cube. If you can't get it together, what happens is the human mind when it can't figure something out, it get angry and it gets upset, and then the blame game starts happening. Then it's F.A.M.E, F.A.M.E, F.A.M.E. See, you can't do none of that. What you got to realize, you got to figure it out. It's a play, you know what I'm saying? It's a hustle. You know, if you don't got the connect, you don't got the plug, what you gonna do? You got to figure out how to get them. That's it, you know.
I mean,
that's
this is straight jewels. Our brother's dropping jewels. So you started a label, Others Records, right? And you know, I know P is very talented. Tell us about why you picked up P as an artist, P Wonder.
I met P Wonder. It was back in 1999, and basically it was an opportunity to open up for Shine at the Carolina Theater. And when he came in the room, he did a song called Where Am I Going? He spit it a cappella. I already had Others Records. I had artists at the time. We were gonna go try to, you know, get the opening act. And when he spit this Where Am I Going freestyle, he was like, I don't need no beat. His attitude, his everything was just crazy. I thought he was like in his 30s. Bro was like 18 or 19 years old at the time. So at the time, I never heard nobody rap like him, freestyle like him or nothing. And you know, he went away for a couple of years, and in those years I wrote him, and when he came home, it was time to get busy and make the music. And there's a lot of grind, it's a lot of work, you know what I mean? It's unbelievable when you think about paving the way, not just for a P Wonder, but for the whole area. And P paved the way for a lot of rappers and a lot of things. I mean, we got national exposure more than one time, international exposure, and we've been blessed to have some. We just gotta keep coming back. So, you know, and it ain't, you know, it's for Wonder, he's one of the greatest I ever met, you know, lyrically. And in the MC world, you know, I've seen bro freestyle, I've seen him make songs. I mean, he quick with it, you know. So, you know, and like I said, man, it's for the whole area to pop. It's for the Middle East, it's for Trefo, it's for Durham, it's for Wilmington, it's for South Carolina, it's for Tennessee, it's for Delaware, it's for everybody that in the middle of the East Coast is a region. That's the overall dream, to control a region and have our region, you know, be as respected as down south or out west or up north or any of that.
So I hear a lot of cats screaming down south, New York.
Correct.
But for the streets, I know, and other people know, that you kind of coined this term, the Mideast. What is the Mideast?
The Mideast is the Middle East. If you look at the map, we're in the middle of the East Coast. So I always felt like, no disrespect to down south, I spent a lot of time in Atlanta. Salute to a lot of Atlanta artists. You know, I got a lot of good brothers down there that I do business with and that we get a chance to rock with every week. I'm in the A, I'm in Miami. But historically, Dirty South never came back and got rappers from North Carolina and said, all right, boom, we're gonna give y'all a situation. So therefore, they got a lot of the show bread, and we salute. You know, they come through, they get the shows, they get it popping. It became a situation where when I was growing up, even listening to 102 Jamz, and I was a fan of 102 Jamz growing up, we had a lot of our historical DJs on there that I salute too, but a lot of them weren't from here. So it's like when you're not from this area and you repping somewhere else, or you feel like another area is more popping. I got a lot of backlash early on. Even you can look on YouTube, there's people that were really upset, saying, well, North Carolina is the South, or this and that. But name how many rappers got signed out of North Carolina, how many down South movements came and grabbed the North Carolina rappers and said, here. But they're getting a lot of show money here. And they historically, the Chitlin Circle always gave you show
we need to put some tolls up and get some of that tax money.
So either you're going to have your own and say, you know what, and then Atlanta starts respecting North Carolina because we are our own, because the A is, to me, one of the best places on earth, you know, and I salute Atlanta because they did it their own way. They supported their own. Radio supported it. Everything just came and clicked, and brothers such as Outkast, Jermaine Dupri, you know, they paved the way for so many people in the A. Now if you pop in the A, you popping. So let's just take it one step further. If you have our own region and everybody's repping the Middle East, which is happening right now, it makes us stronger. Where it could be a Rello, you feel me? It could be anybody coming out, you know what I'm saying, coming out this area and representing the Middle East. And now you got radio stations, you got DJs, you got fans that say, yo, this is the region. This is where I want to put my money in. This is who I want to come and invest in. Shout out to J. Cole. Okay, J. Cole's moved all these units in North Carolina. So record execs say, now, you know what? There's something special about this place.
That's right.
Big ups to my big bro, Petey Pablo. That's my G. You can't say nothing about him. The first one to go platinum in North Carolina. Brother jumped on remixes for us. Every time I call him, it comes through. You know what I'm saying? He's a legend. So you can't say nothing about these people that's doing it and did it, and we just trying to grow it and brand it, bro. That's all we trying to do. All we trying to do is just empower the community. You know, I could come and bring anybody to the trade fair that's popping, and they gonna get in the thousands, upper thousands. You know what? But what about when the trade fair is booking its own?
That's what I'm talking
Shout out to Rick Ruckus, Kenny Cocaine, a lot of the brothers that's, you know, even putting it down for years. You know, when it's booking its own and saying, here you go, here's 10 grand, and the shows sell out. Nothing about how many people, how many families get fed, how many people, how many jobs, how many Steven Spielbergs, how many cameras, how many lights, how much action is popping. You know what I mean? And that's the dream.
Man, brother, I love having you here. I know we can go on all day. I heard it through the grapevine. A little person told me that we might be seeing your documentary.
Oh yeah, brought to you by Steven Spielberg, aka Hard to Kill, aka my dude Steven Seagal.
I love this dude, man. Hey, let me say this to you, brother.
Salute.
Tell him, okay, you know, a lot of people see you, like all my family say, yo, I thought Waleed was black.
I thought he was black. I get that more than anything, but I mean, you know.
I thought you're black. You say, I am. You know what I mean? We're universal.
We others.
How did you learn English? Tell them, just the people.
Actually, you know, well, you know, my father, God bless him, and my mom brought us over here when I was 8 years old from Lebanon, from Beirut. I didn't know how to speak any English, and basically I sat there and watched MTV, sun up to sundown. So pop culture in the 80s, hip-hop music captivated me, and I knew every song lyric. So it was like, that's why I don't speak with an accent. That's why, you know, a lot of foreigners come and they learn English as a second language, but they get to keep their native tongue. And you know, growing up, even going to Smith High School, you know, there was one section where all the ESL students was at. Shout outs to all the Cambodians, all the Lao Asians, all the brothers and sisters that came from the Far East. I didn't go to school and do none of that. What I did, I went to the regular classes. So I just watched TV, and that was it. So my pops used to tell me all the time, if you knew your studies like you know this rap music, you would be unstoppable. So then I just went into rap music. You know what I'm saying? I just went because, you know, that's it. That was the move, you know.
If there's children out there right now, or even young people that are looking at the camera that will watch this interview and say, I want to be just like Waleed. I want to do right. And they're struggling, and there may be some people saying, man, take the shortcut. What advice would you give?
There's no shortcuts. Absolutely no way around it. You know, you're going to always get cut off. You know what I'm saying? When you try to take a shortcut, you come up short. Right? That's why my brother used to tell me that all the time growing up. And basically that's what you have to realize, is that you got to pay dues. You got to start from the bottom, you got to go to the top, and you got to figure it out. Like, you know, at the end of the day, if that's your passion, there should be no plan B. Plan B need to be make plan A work. That's it. Like, it's all or nothing. You know, I mean, it's cliche, go hard or go home, but you have to. You know what I mean? If I really thought I could fall back on something else, I'd never be where I'm at today. If I don't make it today, I got to figure it out tomorrow, and I'm going to keep on my path all day. And that's it. It's either you in or you out.
Man, I feel like I'm really interviewing the president.
Wow, come
Man,
on.
I love you, brother. Thank
I
you
love
for
you
being on the
back,
show. We in F.A.M.E Studios, man. You know, we new in here, but it's brother Waleed. And
This moment's brought to you by Swisher Sweet. Cut the check.
hey, yo, I wondered, we didn't do it in the interview, man, but his artist P1 is doing songs with Ace Hood, did K-Styles. Those videos will be coming to you soon.
I ain't got a song with Rello.
Oh, I know.
That's how I know, yeah.
Foaming at the mouth. We've been doing it big, man. I'm honored to say, man, I'm trying to get this brother on the show for a minute. I'm here with my brother Dre, one word.
Hello, what's good, baby?
Peace, man. First of all, I want to thank you for coming. And, you know, I was out here. We had a whole bunch of North Carolina artists outside of F.A.M.E Studios one day. They were spitting, and they were very talented. And your partner came up to me on the lawn and was like, yo, you got to hear my man Khalil. Yo, he's a writer. He makes beats. He spits. And he said he's a New Yorker, man, and he's amazing. So, I mean, how does that feel, like, to have one of your homeboys plug you in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels good, you know what I mean? Like, I've been writing for a while and making beats for a while, for him to notice that and notice the cats rapping, and, you know, it's just a good look, all together, man, good look.
So, Dre, one word.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the name? What's that mean?
Yeah, well, my government is Andre O'Neal.
Okay.
So that's where the one come from, O-N-E.
Okay.
My first name's Dre. Makes sense. And the word is Drew backwards. And that's my brother. He introduced me to writing, music. See what I'm saying? So to pay homage to him, I put it in my name. You feel me? Dre
That's
one
peace. So you're not from North Carolina?
Nah, I'm from Brooklyn, man. I'm from Brooklyn. I've been out here about 4 years now.
Okay. How are you adjusting to the southern lifestyle and the southern music?
You know, I love the lifestyle, and you know, I'm getting comfortable with the music now. You know what I mean?
That's what
I
do.
can't lie, I was a big hater for me when I first came out.
Brother,
here, you know
I'm on the
what I
West Coast. I can't. You know how many videos I shot out there? Let me say this. And anything you ever want to say, you can also say it to the camera too, man. The camera, it pays volumes. Man, I was a big hater on the southern music when I first got here. Not the southern artists, but just that whole dance thing, man.
Yeah.
But now I'm saying I'm hooked on it. The beats, the banging.
Yeah.
So you produce beats.
Yeah.
Can you produce beats that southern artists can bang
Well, you
out
know,
on?
honestly, I feel that my beats, anybody could bang out on. West Coast, East Coast, some of the beats people could sing on.
Really? So you
Yeah.
produce stuff for R&B tracks?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying, like, each beat, although it has a particular tempo to it, I feel that any regional part, you know what I mean, of hip hop could spit over it and it'd be hot.
So tonight we're getting ready to hear some of your stuff.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
So I mean, I know it's hard. You don't want to float your own boat and say this and that. But what would you say, since you're a poet?
Right.
Well, give me a word or something that would describe you. We might have to cut that out. That's his crazy white boy friends out there.
Shout out to ASAP.
Yeah, tell them, yeah.
Word up,
Man, these
salute.
dudes, this is a footnote, these dudes are wild, man. They wild white boys. We love them. So what would be one word that would describe you think?
One word to describe me? Complex.
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 I mean,
the wordplay and the beats, I mean, it's complex. You know what I mean?
so I heard through the grapevine, man, that you're getting ready to teach English?
Yeah, man, I'm in school right now. Shout out to F.A.M.E State. I see y'all this January. Trying to teach 9th grade lit or 11th grade, depending upon how I'm feeling. You know what I mean?
So you're going to be teaching at F.A.M.E State?
No, I'm actually going to be going to school out there.
Good.
You know what I mean? Finishing up on my teaching degree.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? So-
I'm alumni from State, Rams, 2001. I was the oldest
Salute.
student. Big shout out to the Rams, Larry Little. We've had legends, we've had legends like Big House Gain at WSSU,
Right.
Earl the Pearl. We've had great people, those are athletes, but not to mention the scholastic geniuses that have come out there.
Right.
Minister Farrakhan, big shout out to him. So in the time era that's going on right now, it seems like a lot of cats are bringing that fast tempo, like that kind of waka flocka stuff to make you bang your head.
Right.
Can you produce tracks like that?
Absolutely, I got one sitting here.
Okay, can you just, I mean, let's just play around, bro. You know how we do at F.A.M.E.
Let's
Can
do
you
it.
just like play some of your beats for us and
I
just
got
tell
you
us?
right here.
Okay. You have names for these?
Yeah, this one's called 84 State of Mind.
Okay, 84 State of Mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
shout out to everybody born in 84, man.
So was that when you were born, 84?
Absolutely.
And what was the inspiration behind this track, this beat?
Truth be told, the beats per minute is on 84 beats per minute, so I figured it only be right to have an 84 state of mind, you know, double meaning there. Try and die on me, but
Okay. So let's see. Okay, what else you got? So
Yes, I got.
batteries, yeah.
goes a joint called Singer Song. I couldn't really figure out a name for this joint,
Okay.
so that's what I call it. I play all the instruments here.
You played the
I
instruments.
play keyboard, bass, you know, most brass instruments.
Man,
I be on it.
that kind of got like a jizza feel to it.
I like that.
A RZA production. I'm sorry.
A little funky, you know what I mean?
Like that. What else you got, bro? I know you got all. I see all these goodies in here.
Yeah, man. This after all, this is one of my favorites right here. This might have been the one I played in the car.
I think so. Yeah. This was. I love his melody.
Appreciate it.
Say it for the camera. Get in the camera and say it.
And man, this is Daoud, also known as David Black. They're rocking some good shit. Shout out to F.A.M.E, Trey 4, Fabulous in the House Connection.
There you go.
That's how we do it at F.A.M.E Studios, man. Last time we had a whole bunch of cat. Okay, what else you got for us, good brother?
Alright, check me out. This track right here is called Flamethrower. I can kind of hear, like you were saying, a little something faster, maybe Waka Flocka, one of those type of rappers. You know what I mean?
I don't even care if it sounds like you're talking too loud. Okay.
Right.
So what about this track, Flamethrower?
Flamethrower is basically, it's a little faster tempo that I'm used to, that I'm not really used to, you know what I mean? But it's a hot track. That's all I can say about it. You know, it's flame. It's just the tip of the iceberg, man. I got hundreds of beats. Anybody looking, holla at Khalil, holla at me, Dre One Word. Whose world is it at Gmail? You know what I mean? Follow me there.
Wait, stop that for 1 second so they can understand that. Tell them your address.
Whose world is it at gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Word Ridiculous, WERD Ridiculous, and just holla at me, man. You want to be? I got you.
So now, how you working the beats out? You charging? How does
You
that
know
work?
what? Honestly, right now I'm just making them. You know what I mean? And I can't say I've been making them to sling them.
Yeah.
I mean, I just make them because that's what I do.
Okay.
But if you're interested, I got you.
Hey, that's what. Hey, all you hungry artists out here, man, get at my brother Dre One Word. So for the beats. So are you still? I mean, you told me you spit, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
still pursuing that avenue?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I'm a writer first. You know what I mean? I'm a writer first, so I'm definitely still writing raps and poetry, short stories, you name it. You know, I'm on top of my pen.
Do you have any poems that you would like to say, or?
A poem? Yeah.
Okay, let me
Check me
slide
out.
this down. Can I slide this down so you can get busy?
Word up. Alright, check this out. I'm gonna talk about the moon today. The moon followed me today, and I cried inside of my mind and cursed out through my mouth. The pain that's inside of the pleasures of knowing how big this world is, yet how trapped I am through my own convictions. He said I was forgiven. He said nothing that is living can touch what I have given. Although my drive hasn't driven, the ambition of that thought is still a given. It's still glistening. Just like that faraway mask that follows me and cuts through my path like bare feet through grass. My mind is abstract, it's kind of hard to cast. Heart harder than brass. At last, I take a deep breath and count each step my foot past. And that faraway mask is still right on my ass. Yeah.
Damn.
So, you know, I do the poetry a little bit, you know what I mean? Just a little.
So what do you hope? I mean, you've been down in the South for 4 years and foaming at the mouth. We believe that we the hottest in the South. And we don't mean that arrogantly. What we mean by the hottest is that we ain't an artist, but the hottest in the sense that we give exposure to unsigned artists. If you were able to, through this channel, say to an A&R or a representative from a label, what would you say to them that would kind of like separate you from the other artists?
What I would say to them is that I got tons of talent and I just need that shot. I mean, everybody wants the shot, but when I get the shot, somebody's going down. Somebody's going down.
You heard that, so if you're on top, watch out.
Yeah, watch out. I'm coming for the throne, crown, cape, all of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, any A&R that is really about hip-hop and really about pursuing an honest artist, then, you know, I'm your guy. Definitely.
When you say, like, when you when you and I were talking off the camera the other day,
Right.
you were telling me briefly about yourself and stuff, and there's this image today, and there's this image today about like these rappers are really not educated.
Right.
But here you are, man, like you very educated. I mean, we grew up in a time era where we had Karis One and cats
No doubt.
that were educated rappers, man. Do you feel like sometimes the music today is dumbed down intentionally?
Definitely, and not only is it dumbed down intentionally, but it's dumbed down unintentionally too. You know what I mean? I mean, the stuff that's being put out there, it glorifies a particular type of lifestyle. And, you know, I fall victim to that too. I still write that murder, kill, flipping, yada, 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 yada. But, you know, some kids, that's all they know. See what I'm saying? Because they haven't had any exposure to any different types of lifestyle. I was fortunate enough to live all up and down this East Coast. You know what I mean? So I was able to diversify my mind, you know what I mean, to just a whole different feel about music. You know what I mean? And what music is really supposed to do. You know what I mean? To me, music is just like writing. It's just that music is the sound and writing is the vision. You see what I'm saying? So I think that needs to be explored more. I think, you know what I mean, people really need to not only listen to the beats and the music, but sit down. I mean, you're at your computer all day anyways. Read the lyrics from some of these artists and see if that really is cohesive with the type of lifestyle you're trying to lead. And if it is, keep rocking with them. But if it's not, maybe you should try something else. You know what I mean?
Good point. Like, you know, like I'm one that believes in the right of freedom of speech.
Right, no doubt.
But yet at the same time, man, I find sometimes my spirit there's this conflict. You know, because I'm a father of 4 children, from young children to older children,
Right.
and you know, like I do believe in freedom of speech. But at the same time, it does seem like, you know, majority of the videos I shoot, in respect to all the artists, man, I love.
Yeah, salute to what y'all do.
It does seem like there's this glorification of that trap murder lifestyle.
Right.
And plenty of our brothers, especially in the black community, majority of the brothers in the black community fall victim to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you look at the incarceration rate of young black males, or if you look at the murders that are done behind hustling and stuff
And you know
like
what's
that.
even more alerting is the recidivism rate. Those cats, they get out and then they have to convert back to a life of crime because there's no training, there's no outlet for them to explore, so they just go back to their old ways. Excuse me. That's the most alarming rate, not the murder rate, not the crime rate, but the cats going back in. It's scary because,
Man.
yeah.
We just had a brother on last week's show named B Kane from Trey Game. Big salute out to him, man. I've watched him.
I be watching y'all on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
You be doing your thing. Word up.
Thank you, brother. B Kane just came home. We welcomed him here. We had him on the last show. And I've watched this brother, like in the streets, he had a lot of young guys follow him. And now I've seen a spiritual transformation for him. And on our show, he was saying that, you know, we're trying to stay out of jail.
Right.
And we realized that the economy's bad and there's not a lot of jobs out there. So when people have criminal records and stuff like that, it makes it tough. Not to go off the topic, but what advice would you give people, if you can speak to them through the camera, what advice would you give people that may think, okay, my favorite artist talks about trapping.
Right.
What advice would you give them?
You know, if you haven't tried trapping, I wouldn't suggest you do, but if you happen to try it, you'll see that it only begets violence. You know what I mean? Only begets, you get money, but at the end of the day, you're gonna get shot or you're gonna get locked up. I mean, that's just how it goes. There's no kingpins walking around here every single day. You know what I mean? Just floating around living this glorious life, man. Them cats live in solitude because they don't know who's after them. You know, they never know who's watching them. So if you like looking over your shoulder all day long, you know, go for it. But me personally, I tried that lifestyle at an early age and it didn't work. Understand me? It didn't work. I've been pinched and all of that. So trust me when I say there's money out here to get. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily have to trap to get that money, but you can take that same hustle that you grew up around and put that same type of energy towards something else, and you'll get the same outcome as far as productivity. You'll get the same amount, well, not the same amount of money, but you'll get the same amount of hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the same results. You know what I mean? Just channel that energy into something that you could use